Okay, let's get into it. I just literally shot uh, the April video just a couple of minutes ago. I had a couple of minutes to relax my voice. Here we go. This is the Stuck Movie Watching Vlogs. This is the catch-up edition. I'm going back to May, which I haven't done. And eventually I'll move on to June. But this is only going to concern May. I actually tried to get April and May in the same video. Didn't happen. Impossible. So now let's move on. Let's just jump into May. Hopefully this isn't too long. So let's get right into it. Okay. Damn, I saw a lot of movies. Okay, let's try to gloss over them. Let's do this. First movie I saw was Pirate Radio, aka The Boat That Rocked. That's the title in the UK. But I call this specifically Pirate Radio. It's the American released version. It's actually shorter than the UK version, which I wish I could see, but whatever. Pirate Radio with Bill Nye, Nick Frost, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it's just a whole bunch of really good actors. This is a film that deals with, it's in the 60s. It's when, it deals, it deals with rock and roll. The 60s came out with so much, let me back up. I do not want to start over. Gotta keep going. Look it up. How about that? Look at the fucking movie. I'm out of here. No, okay. I'm sorry, I'm being an asshole. Pirate Radio, it's about a crew of radio station jocks who are broadcasting from the middle of the ocean to bring you some awesome rock and roll, which the FCC or some organization wants to shut down. And anyway, the idea of the film is just to give you some really great characters, and the movie does that. It succeeds at that. It showcases some really great music. Yeah, just check out Pirate Radio. Again, I gotta gloss over these. Pirate Radio, awesome film. Okay, that same day, I watched This Is Spinal Tap. It was on Netflix, and I figured, you know what, I haven't seen this in years. Let me watch it, and I fell asleep. I dozed off a lot. I've seen the movie, but I need to rewatch it again, because I dozed off. I put it on too late. I was laughing, and then eventually I dozed off. So, it's a classic. What I did see of it, I laughed, I enjoyed myself, but I gotta rewatch it, so there you go. The next movie I will not talk about very long, and that's The Other Woman. I don't know why I watched, what possessed me to watch this movie. I heard nothing but bad things. I'm not exactly the biggest Cameron Diaz fan. I wanted to give it a chance. I wanted to see if it was truly as awful as guy critics have said it was, and guess what? It is. I know a few women who are feminists, and they like the movie, and I can't understand why, because it makes women look very dumb and needy. I hated it. I did not finish it. I didn't laugh. I got really annoyed by it, and I stopped it. One of the few films that I stopped, and I will rate a 0.5 out of 5. When I give a movie a 0.5 out of 5, that means I did not finish it, and I will never finish it because I hated it so much. I am moving on, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am moving on. Not even seeing the voluptuous Kate Upton could save this movie. It was just a shit film all the way around. Okay, so later on during that month, Again, I should not be doing this video. I just talked a lot with the last video, but I saw Loon 237. Loon 237. This is the documentary that it's basically a bunch of conspiracy theories surrounding the not necessarily the making, but the film, The Shining. And I honestly didn't want to finish this documentary. The only reason why I saw the whole thing was because my sister was watching it, and she thought it was stupid, but she just wanted to continue watching it. It's just filled with a bunch of stupid bullshit theories that it looks like these people came up with these theories while sticking their thumbs up their asses, such as the movie is about Native American genocide. It's the clouds symbolize. I don't even remember. I don't care. I didn't like it. Moving on. Then I watched American Mary. American Mary is it's an independent horror film. I believe it's from Canada. I really don't know how I feel about the movie because I didn't really like it, but I appreciated it. I love the character Mary. I love whoever this actress is. I want to see more of her. She did such a really interesting job in playing this unusual character. It's pretty much about a woman who's just trying to make money, wants to be a surgeon, I believe. She's basically paid to cut up people and torture people. It's weird. And to be quite honest, I can't remember much from the film. I just remember kind of liking it, so I guess that's about all I can say. Next is Take Shelter. Take Shelter was a very critically acclaimed drama in 2011. It stars Michael Shannon, which people think that he should have gotten an Academy Award nomination. I don't think he did he? Anyway, it's a really interesting movie. Very slow film. The kind of film that I normally would not like. But for some reason, his performance and I forget who's the actress in it. Is it Jessica Chastain? The two lead actors are what made me like and appreciate the film. It's all about Michael Shannon's character. He believes that a storm is coming. He sees it in his dreams. He thinks that it's gonna be a storm of biblical proportions. Good film. Really enjoyed it. Alright. Next, for I guess no reason at all. I don't know why I watched it, but hey, I don't have to have a reason to watch a movie from my collection, do I? S.W.A.T. I just felt like watching it. I think I saw something. I saw an article where they referenced Jeremy Renner in his earlier work, and this is one of his earlier films. I like this film. I dig it. It's got some good action. The cast works well together. It's funny. I just really think that this is... I don't want to say it's an underrated movie, but it's definitely overlooked. And, hey, I like it. That's all I have to say. I like it. Next is... Mordecai. Mordecai, the Johnny Depp comedy that came out earlier this year and sucked balls. It flopped. Critics hated it, and yet I still was dumb enough to watch it. It was one of those movies where the trailer, I didn't know what to make of it, but I wanted to see it. I wanted to see how zany Johnny Depp could be, and despite having horrible reviews, I had interest in seeing it, and I regret watching it. I don't regret watching it, but I did not like the movie. I thought I couldn't make sense of it. I don't know who this movie was designed for. The only actor I liked was Paul Bettany. He's the only actor and character I liked. He plays the manservant of Mordecai. And there's just something funny about his character. But that's it. The movie sucks. It really sucks. It's one of the worst movies of 2015. And I'm looking, because, yeah, okay. Okay, next is Fun Size. Fun Size is a Nickelodeon comedy. It's a teen comedy. I've always wanted to watch it. I don't know why. I always wanted to watch it. I think I was intrigued by the fact that it was PG-13, but it was produced by Nickelodeon. It would have been a great movie to watch during Halloween, but Netflix was taking it off of the streaming list. Oh shit! I need water. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in front of the camera. I liked it. It's really shitty and really stupid, but I liked it. It had a fun spirit to it, and I have to admit something. I don't mean nothing derogatory or nothing. I'm not trying to sound like a pervert. I genuinely have a crush, like a schoolboy crush, on Victoria Justice. She is such a gorgeous girl. She's beautiful in every way. She's just so cute. And I liked her character. She wasn't this annoying teenage character. She was a nice character. She had some pretty annoying friends, but she was sweet. And I really like Victoria Justice. I'm not gonna go back and watch Victorious or nothing like that, but anything that she's in, I'm gonna check out, because she's so cute. She's a cute girl. Anyway, Fun Size, it was okay. I liked it. Next, it was Saturday night. I felt like watching it. Well, no, I have been wanting to watch it. I got the damn thing a while back, and that is Blade Runner on Blu-ray, the final cut. And damn, what a beautiful Blu-ray this is. The transfer is phenomenal. The sound design is incredible. And as for the movie, I do not deny that this is a sci-fi masterpiece. This is a great film. But I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie, it's not something that I would want to watch very often. The visuals are outstanding, especially considering that this is in the early 80s, pre-CGI, and it still looks absolutely amazing. So, Blade Runner, definitely an awesome film. I really gotta watch the special features, but they're long. And yeah, Blade Runner. Where are we at now? 13 minutes? Oh boy. Okay. Next. Fuck, I hate this movie. Taken 3. Taken 3. I don't know. I don't know how you can fuck up an action movie so bad. Oh yeah, you get director Oliver Negaton on it. This fucker cannot direct an action movie at all. This fucker makes the worst looking action movies, the most dullest action movies. He should not be directing action. He should be directing movies that take place in the Renaissance era. Movies that take place in a fucking wooden box. I don't know. Fuck. Taken 3 sucked. I want to rant about this movie. I want to hate it. I want to piss on it. It was so boring. To make a movie worse than Taken 2, it has to possess a certain skill. Talk about Liam Neeson hating his life while making this film. You can tell he was hating his life. He wanted to have some booze, maybe jump in the river and just let the river take him away. But no, he was forced to do this piece of shit that was boring, made no sense, and was the Maggie Grace character. Was she really still in high school? Are you kidding me? Hate the movie. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's boring. The action sequences suck. Fuck you, Taken 3. Now, here's a movie that people will say is shit. I don't give a fuck. This is a fun movie, regardless of how shitty it might be. Last Action Hero. Again, Netflix was going to yank it off of its lineup. I had to watch it. I love it. It's so ridiculous. It's so fun. It's a lot more clever than what people give it credit for. And Arnold Schofield himself, it's just a whole lot of fun. And I love that stupid line. You want to be a farmer? He's a couple of acres. Last Action Hero is just a really fun film. Very creative in many ways. There is a lot of humor that falls flat. There's a lot of stuff that's very juvenile. But overall, it's got a great spirit to it. And despite being a Bond, I think they had they had some really good intentions with the film. And I absolutely love the AC/DC song, Big Gun. So, Last Action Hero, love it. Love it and kind of hate it in a small capacity. Punchdrunk Love. I hate to admit this, but this was the first time I've seen Punchdrunk Love. I've been meaning to watch it for many years. Finally, it took a friend of my niece's to lend her the DVD copy. And I was like, you know what? I'm watching this movie once and for all. And I really enjoyed it. Adam Sandler is just this really bizarre human being, and in the film, and he plays it so well. And I love that the movie actually had Mary Lynn Rice Cub from 24, even though she was an annoying bitch of a character. And who was it? Emily Watson? Is that who's the chick? No, God, I forget the love interest's name, but she did great. It's just a really unique film. I like that there's obviously something wrong with Adam Sandler's character, but you're never told what exactly he has, what type of disorder he has, but the movie gives you the tone of what he must be feeling, what he must be thinking. It's very chaotic in times, and it's very sweet in other times. Just an awesome movie. And Philip Seymour Hoffman did a really great job at being a complete fuckhead in this movie. So, good film. Really love it. Well, kind of loved it. Next is Platoon Leader. Platoon Leader is a 1988 B movie. It's a Vietnam B action movie. You don't get much B rated than having your movie star Michael Dudikoff. Kids, you know who Michael Dudikoff is? That's okay. Nobody really needs you to know who he is. He is the American Ninja. He came out in a whole bunch of American Ninja movies in the 80s. This guy, his action style was pretty laughable, but at the same time kind of entertaining. Platoon Leader is not a kung fu movie. I'm surprised he didn't kick a bunch of people, but no, it's a Vietnam movie. It's not good. It's got some good combat, but it's not a very good movie. It's so corny. It is beyond corny. When a character dies, people break down every time. Like, no! Come back! Don't die! Fight! It's so corny. It's got every cliche you could think of in a war movie. But it's kind of a fun movie if you like B action, which I do like B action. So, next are two more B rated action movies, sci-fi movies, in fact. I was recently invited to the Spoiler Loon podcast by my buddy Mark Kresick. He has a Spoiler Loon podcast that he does almost every week, and the topic was he calls it the 25th anniversary edition. You take two movies that are 25 years old and you talk about them. And those two films were Class of 1999 and I Come in Peace, aka Dark Angel, with Dolph Lundgren. I've seen Class of 1999. It's a really shitty B movie that has stuck with me that I actually like. And that's what intrigued me about being a part of the podcast. And then I Come in Peace, which is a movie that I wanted to see. I've been wanting to see, but I never saw it. And I figured, you know what? If I'm going to dedicate myself to this podcast, I will finally watch it. So both movies are beyond ridiculous. They're beyond, well, no, not beyond. They are low budget, but they're not like beyond low budget. Class of 1999 deals with just a gang-ridden, I don't even know what city it's in, but the whole city is just run by gangs, and this corporation creates these cyborgs, these three cyborgs who become teachers. And they give you corporal punishment whenever possible. You got one guy that literally spanks one of the thugs. You got the gym teacher who just smashes his students around. You got Pam Grier, being Pam Grier, being sexy and hot, and you got Stacy Keach, the famous Stacy Keach, and his banana. He's not a cyborg, at least it's never really made clear. He's got something going on with his eyes. But Stacy Keach is the man behind these cyborgs, and he's famous for this movie by suggestively eating a banana. It's a really funny movie, really insane. I can't recommend it, but I like the film. It's very shitty. And yeah, as for I Come in Peace, I really wish I had seen it in the early 90s. I think I would have appreciated it more. But I still like it. It's got Dolph Lundgren. He gives a really shitty performance. But it also has, what the hell's his name? His name... No, Brian Benben. That's his name. Brian Benben. He was really famous for being in a show called Dream On, which was an HBO show in the 80s and 90s. And he plays the partner of Dolph Lundgren. Totally miscast. But, I don't know, man. It's just a ridiculous movie. It deals with an alien that comes during Christmas time to do something. I don't even know what his motives are. And of course, you have to stop the alien. Bad alien. And the aliens bleed yogurt. It looks like yogurt when they bleed. Very silly movie. If I can find the link, I will post the link to the spoiler room and put it in the description, because it was a lot of fun talking with these guys about these really shitty movies. So, there you go. Almost done. Two more. Everly. Everly is a film that was released this year. Came out. It was made last year. It came out this year. It stars Salma Hayek. It's nothing but an action movie. She is kind of a hooker who was forced into being a hooker. She finally says F you to her pimp, her master, whatever, and she has to fight off a bunch of assassins in this apartment that she lives in. Very over the top, very ridiculous, but it's fun. I really enjoyed it. It's not a good movie, but it's entertaining. It's very graphic, very vulgar. There is one scene that I don't like. It's kind of a torture scene that really just has no place in the movie. But Salma Hayek, who at 48, or I would say 47, when she filmed the movie, she's still stunning. I mean, goddamn. Next is San Andreas. Yes, the big earthquake movie with Dwayne Johnson. I gotta tell you, I was not excited to see this movie at all. My dad, for some reason, was so hyped to see the movie. I cannot explain why. It looked like a very standard, very cheap disaster movie. Turns out it's a solid disaster movie. It was actually good. I should have done a review for it, but just didn't feel like it. I really enjoyed it for what it was. What I liked about it, of course, it had some spectacular special effects, but what I liked about it was I was never bored, and the characters were actually decent. The worst thing to have in a disaster movie are annoying characters. This movie did not have annoying characters. This movie had standard characters that every one of them does something to help, the team out. And it deals with a lot of cliche type of characters, but they're not annoying. Like Dwayne Johnson and Carla Gugino, aka Sky Kids Mom. I always call her Sky Kids Mom. They're divorcing. They're divorcing, but yet there's no animosity towards one another. The daughter, played by, I don't know this woman's name, but she's gorgeous. I have a name right here. It's gone. Beautiful woman. She's a grown woman too. She's in college. She loves her dad. She loves her mom. So it doesn't have these annoying characters that hate each other. It's almost like a good family movie because you got characters that you can actually root for. So San Andreas, I kind of wish I did review the movie because I don't think it's a bad film. A lot of people wanted to hate the film. Some people liked it, and some people just refused to admit that it's actually a good disaster movie. Anyway, I liked it. Okay, to close out the month, Let's Be Cops. I've seen it before. I felt like watching it again. I watched it with my nieces, and we were all just busting up. It's such a ridiculous film. So stupid, but I love it. And I love it in the fact that it's just a dim-witted comedy that you could just enjoy. And I love Jake Johnson and Damon Wayans Jr. And if they make a sequel, I would gladly go see it. So, Let's Be Cops. Second time watching it, and it was still funny. So, I'm glad. Yeah. So that is it. I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna go now. Hopefully you have some input on some of these movies. And whatever you want to say, just put it down in the comments. Thank you for listening. And I will check you guys later. I will do the June movie watching vlogs video soon. I ain't doing it right now because I am tired of talking. So anyway, peace out. Wa cha cha cha.